AI is gonna be critical to humanity.
You want to know who said that? The same analyst who predicted this would change the world before most of us even knew it existed. But we're not here to talk about iPhones. We're here to talk about sales and how AI is drastically changing it. In this video, I'm going to share 3 truths about the state of AI in sales in 2025. We'll talk about what's working, what's overhyped, and how you can make AI work for you this year. To start us off, take a look at these stats. Sales teams who use AI are already 25% more likely to grow revenue than teams who don't use it, closing deals in half as many meetings, just 1 or 2 instead of 3 or 4, and they're 33% more likely to hit a close rate of 50% and above. So in a world where every deal counts, AI really gives you a serious edge. More pipeline, more wins, more time, more money. AI is not this fad, it's an actual force. And if you use it right, it can be a complete game changer for you, your team, and your wallet. But the reality is there's a lot of tools out there that are all talk, but don't actually move the needle, which leads me into the first truth about AI in sales in 2025. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Every sales tech company is racing to slap AI on their product, even if all they do is plug in ChatGPT and call it a day. In a survey we ran at Apollo, half of sales leaders said that they aren't satisfied with any of the AI tools on the market. Why? Well, just because the hype doesn't match the ROI. So when you're looking for an AI tool that can actually benefit your team, you need to look for 3 things. First, it should easily scale within your current process, something your entire team can integrate and use immediately. Second, it should offer clear ROI and improve your bottom line. And then third, it should make an impact with real trackable metrics that show it's doing what it's supposed to. For example, we've noticed that teams who use Apollo AI generate 1.6 times more meetings per month on average. When an AI tool doesn't do all 3 of these things, you end up with a shiny tool that nobody uses. Truth number 2, AI is leveling the playing field for sales reps. So this is where things get really interesting. A joint study from Harvard, MIT, and Wharton found something that turns the whole humans versus robots narrative totally on its head.
Hasta la vista, baby.
They found that when sales reps use GPT-4 to complete tasks, 90% of them performed better, regardless of their baseline. And the gap between high and low performers shrank. So TLDR, AI pulled everyone's performance up across the board. That is pretty awesome. That means that junior SDRs can ramp faster, average reps can close more, and your top performers, they get even sharper. So no, AI isn't increasing the divide, it's actually leveling the playing field. And AI will not replace you, but it will replace reps who don't use it. To get some insight here, I asked one of our outbound experts where he sees AI making the biggest impact in rep performance this year.
Number 1, I think if you're not using AI for targeting and really searching for the kinds of signals and buying triggers and in-market behaviors that your prospects might be throwing off, then you're doing it wrong. You should be thinking about those things first and foremost when you're developing go-to-market motions. Another area where I see AI absolutely shining, making us more human than human, is in practice. Literally like taking those kind of like role plays, objection handling. You can role play with AI all day long, especially with a given persona type, with a given prospect set. You can emulate, and there's a ton of tools on the market that do this really well. Those role plays are invaluable to going into any situation, such as a cold call, a cold email that you're about to write, an approach on LinkedIn, social selling, and understanding the perspective of the other. AI is really good at inhabiting kind of like that persona and giving you real-time feedback.
And that brings us to truth number 3, and that is that AI is so incredible and really excels in a lot of areas, but not all. Yes, AI is powerful, it's fast, scalable, borderline magic in the right hands, but it's not a silver bullet. Right now, 65% of organizations are frequently using Gen AI, which is almost double from what it was just 10 months ago. But just because more people are using AI doesn't mean that they're using it effectively. We know AI can write killer emails, summarize calls, build outreach workflows, even recommend your next best prospect. But can it build trust with your champion? Can it navigate internal politics? What about understanding nuance in tone, objection, or timing? Not yet, and honestly, maybe not ever. That's why the best sales reps in 2025 aren't blindly handing off their job to a bot. They're using AI to automate the busy work so they can focus on what actually moves the needle, which is relationships, timing, strategy, creativity, things like that. I asked Eric to break it down for us. Where does AI fall short, and where do reps just need to step it up and take the wheel?
All the things that AI is really known being really good at that humans are actually terrible at. That would be like consuming copious amounts of information and looking for patterns in that information, such as when you're comparing or lead scoring any contact or company as to which should I prioritize first. So you can use AI to develop a better fit scoring system, because you should never be doing outbound where you say to yourself, all right, I'm going to reach out to an entire list and I'm going to start at A and go through Z. So I let AI kind of like start to figure out like, hey, how do we lead score? How do we look for signals and buying triggers? And then I overlay against all the things that I want to do as a human. And I say, what am I really good at that AI kind of sucks at? Things like reading tone, being very human, being funny, on the same wavelength, feeling an emotion or empathy towards the person that I'm interacting with. I've long believed that sales is service. To sell well means to serve the constituent, the prospect, the company that you would want to have as a partner doing business with. When you take that attitude and you see kind of like sales as a service occupation, one of the things you'll quickly realize is how necessary humans are to that extent. So I let AI kind of figure out a lot of the nuts and bolts, or the parts, the machine learning, if you will, that humans are terrible at. And I leave my role or my AE's roles for the hyperhuman events occurring in a sales cycle.
The reps who are going to thrive in 2025 are the ones who use AI to amplify their abilities, but not replace their humanity, right? Let's zoom out and recap our 3 truths. 1, if an AI tool sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So choose carefully. Hype does not close deals. 2, the right AI tools can raise the floor, not just the ceiling. So use it to boost your whole team, not just your top performers. And then 3rd, know AI's limits. Use it where it excels, but remember that real relationships still require real humans. Remember, sales teams using AI are 25% more likely to grow revenue. But it's not just about using AI, it's about using it wisely. Speaking of which, if you want to use Apollo AI to find leads, research, send emails, all those good things, check out the link in the description below. Otherwise, like and subscribe to get more insights into the world of AI in sales, and we'll catch you later.